The question is about Joe Biden, the impossible task, his frailties, her moving forward trying to campaign to run for president. Here is cut number 2. Here is Kamala's answer when you keep in mind the context of the question. Cut 2, listen to this response. Damon, I don't know how long you're going to go to let this before you blow it up, but I'm going to give it 12 seconds. Cut 2, go.
I ran against Donald Trump for president, and Donald Trump ran on a platform that was in large part, I believe, misrepresenting his intentions to the American people. Oh. I do believe that there are a fair number of people that voted for Donald Trump who believed him when he told them that his first priority on day one is going to be to bring down prices. And he didn't. And you combine that misrepresentation of intention with also what was at play in terms of massive amounts of mis and disinformation.
Okay, so there it is. There's her entire answer. Somehow, Damon let it survive.
Wow, it's like a salad ball.
Well, she sounds more coherent there than I've heard her in past. I mean, I know what she's saying. I mean, obviously, she didn't want to address Joe Biden directly, so she took another angle of trying to describe why she had an uphill battle. But she doesn't really address the fact that
the question was about Joe Biden.
Mm-hmm. No, I get your point. I get the point, but I also understand kind of what she was doing there. She just did a very poor job of it.
It was lying by
because
omission.
to say your opponent was misrepresenting what he was going to do. I mean, that's pretty weak sauce in as an answer to why did you have? I mean, she threw her up a softball too. I mean, she basically said, I feel so bad for you. You had an impossible climb up a hill.
Yeah,
so she set her up to really kind of lean into it if she wanted to, but
right. Well, of course, we hear the range of excuses that it was all Donald Trump misrepresenting, Donald Trump this, Donald Trump that. The question was about Joe Biden. Here is cut number 4. Sarah Ferguson tries to get this back on track, and listen to the way she puts this. Classic, just a great question or reset by Sarah Ferguson. Check this out.
I want to interrupt you because that is a world-class pivot, but it is not the question that I asked you, which is about Joe Biden's
response.
Failure to recognize his own frailties and what that did to you. The question is about Joe Biden. Are you still reluctant to criticize the former president?
In what regard, please?
Well, just in terms of that question. So you went on.
What exactly would you like to ask? Be more specific, if you don't mind.
Was it Joe Biden's decision, his failure to recognize his own frailties in that position that put you in the position that made it almost impossible to win that race?
He was not frail as president of the United States.
But he had frailties. We all saw the debate.
You're right.
I do believe that Joe Biden had the capacity to be president of the United States, and I have never doubted that he had the capacity to be president of the United States. If you want to talk about whether he had the ability to endure.
She overstayed a welcome.
Now's the right time. When you get the passage of time,
right,
then it's time.
Well,
when she starts repeating the sentence over and over.
Well, it was a Venn diagram of answers.
What I don't understand, if I'm her, why don't you just say no? Do you? No, I do not. What do you mean? He had frailties. Well, we all have frailties. I have frailties too that I'm concerned about. But we just say anything. I mean, these are not hard questions to get around.
But she can't help it. She has to lie. This is what she's hitched her wagon to. It's what she wrote her book about. 107 Days of Nothing.